Be vice president. I realize there may be some challenges to Kamala, and interestingly, the song pronounced it Kamala, but I think it's actually pronounced Kamala, like calm Allah. But anyway, what can you do? So who do you want for vice president? I mean, that's an interesting question. I mean, there's a bunch of J.B. Pritzker, who's the governor of Illinois. An incredible guy, a brilliant progressive. He's a billionaire. He could finance his own campaign. But, you know, Illinois is probably in the bag. Josh Shapiro is the governor of Pennsylvania. That's a must-win state that might be kind of weak right now. And he is smart as a whip. He's a hell of a debater. He would eat J.D. Vance's lunch. Gretchen Whitmer is the governor of Michigan. She is solid. She's a real rock star in Michigan. Is America ready for a two-women ticket? I think so, in all probability. I realize there are people who are worried about that, but you know, whenever I hear those kind of concerns, I remember when Barack Obama was running in the primary in 2008. Or in late 2007, I think it was. On this program, we had the chairman, or maybe he was a vice chairman, one of the top two people in the California Democratic Party on this program, who was a black man. And he said, oh, you know, Obama should not be the nominee because we will lose because Americans, you know, there's still a lot of racism in America, and they will not vote for a black man. So here you had, you know, a black guy who ran the Democratic Party in California saying, no to Obama, he will lose. Of course, history proved him wrong. And that's what I think about, you know, first off, Kamala Harris, a black and South Asian woman and a woman, you know, I guess three strikes in the minds of the racists on the right. But you know, hooking up with, or, you know, on the ticket, having another woman on the ticket, well, I think it's possible. There are a bunch of other candidates, you know, Gavin Newsom, you know, I am a big fan of Gavin Newsom. He knows how to take names and kick ass. However, the Democrats don't need California. And, you know, it would be too California a ticket. I mean, she used to be the California Attorney General. Before that, she was a prosecutor. In fact, she started out in Alameda County, California as a sex crimes prosecutor, which is just the perfect thing to be running against a guy who a jury of his peers has said raped a woman, and who has been credibly accused of rape or sexual assault by 23 other women, including one who was 13 years old. So the prosecutor versus the felon. Anyhow, I'll pick up your calls on the other side of the break. This stuff from the Republicans and all their hysteria and a few other things that I had for you in this first hour, I'll just push those back to the second hour, along with you know, what J.D. Vance and the Heritage Foundation are up to. They think they can keep her off the ballot. It's just nuts what's going on. I'll tell you all about it. Stay tuned.
You're listening to the Thom Hartmann Program. Call 202-808-9925.
We'll be back with you on the other side of the break. And so stay tuned.